Like, I'm like, this guy, I was telling my friend, like, this guy's like Jay-Z. He's giving me like 99 problems. 99 problems and 99 excuses, and like, but a day ain't one. I guess I'm gonna get into it because I've been wanting to talk to Liz about this. So, I'm back into the dating world. So, you're used to people just, I have a pretty low bar, or at least no expectations when it comes to dating. I'm just kind of like,
yes, you do. You do have expectations.
I
You
do.
want the guy to show up on
Yeah,
time.
yes.
You want him to be clean and polite.
Those expectations, yes. Those are like but I mean when it comes to like standards, like the certain standards, I guess.
As in physical looks?
I guess physical looks and stuff like that. Well,
but as an effort level?
Like
you want to
maybe not. Maybe no expectation. Maybe it's like I'm just open to just like meeting people and just like whatever the experience is. It's not like they have to be perfect. They have to take me out to eat. They have to take me out to a fancy meal.
Yeah,
they gotta pay for me. Like I don't have all those like
just experience.
Just experience, like meeting somebody just to hang out. I even don't like calling it a date at first. I like to just like, hey, let's just hang out. Let's just meet up. So anyway.
Oh wow, David. I would say hang out is it's like more modern.
More modern.
Date sounds like, I think it's starting to sound like grandma and grandpa
kinda
language. Yeah, old fashioned. Yeah. You're
and
right.
It's like when you say hang out, and it feels less pressure.
Less pressure. Yeah.
When you
very
say
good.
date, you're like, ooh.
Yeah, date sounds very
Like, I don't even know this guy. Like, I don't even know what he.
Sounds very formal now.
Yeah, and I see like his Hinge pictures, right? Like, I don't even like. I see his Hinge stuff, but like, I don't even know what he is like in person. So to say like I'm going on a date, it's weird.
Yeah, dating I think sounds like courting to us.
Yes,
now.
yeah. You're courting, yeah.
Yeah. That's weird.
Can
you remember the that time like he will be courting Jenny? That's so weird in a sentence. Yeah. Oh, he'll be courting her? Oh, great.
Yes. Suitors.
Yeah, suitors.
Yeah, no, it's So I mentioned this in the last podcast that I met up with this guy. I haven't met him, but I didn't meet up with this guy.
Didn't.
I met up with him on Hinge, the app. Okay, and that's how I virtually met him. Okay, and
that's how we do these days.
So I'm using Hinge, and this guy, he seems like very sensitive soul. He's playing a guitar in his profile. He just seems like a very like nice guy, right? Filipino guy. And we set up I give him my number. We talk. We exchange a few messages off the dating app, and then I feel like, oh, you seem pretty cool. Like, here's my number. Like, let's meet up. Let's hang out and stuff, and just get to know each other in person. He's like, yeah, I would love that. So we set up a time. And he's like, oh, this is the time to meet and stuff. And we're like, okay, great. And then the day before, I think I mentioned in the last podcast, the day before, he texts me and says that he slipped and fell.
Yeah.
Slipped and fell, sent me photographic proof of his leg, which was kind of, I guess, unnecessary, but he wanted to prove it.
We thought we were kind. If it's the first time, we agreed that, hey, it was genuine because it's the first time.
Yeah, first time, and he sent photographic proof.
Yeah,
sure.
So we're like, oh, that's nice that he's communicating with you.
Yeah, he's communicating with me, and it's the day before, so I'm like, okay. Great. Like, all right, like, he's like, yeah, I probably had to get x-ray tomorrow, and, I don't know if my leg's broken or not, but, if it is, like, I probably won't be able to make it. I'm like, oh, that's totally fine. So he texts me the next day saying that it's not broken, but he just wants to rest his leg. I'm like, okay, sure, totally fine. Yeah. Let's reschedule. Reschedule for the next week.
You break your leg and you still get to, make it like a makeup date, like, or hang out.
Yeah, I'm trying to be understanding, right?
Yeah, very understanding.
So I was like, okay. So I figure out a time to meet him and everything. It's a Friday. And I'm getting ready, everything, and luckily the place that we're going to meet up is like a boba place that's near me. So it's not too far, but like I'm like 20 minutes before meeting up with this guy.
Oh my God.
20 minutes before meeting up with him, right? I get a text. Okay. I get a text saying, hey, sorry, work has been busier than expected. Work's been busier than expected, so I don't think I'll be able to make it. 20 minutes before I'm about to meet this guy, right?
Wow.
And so I'm a little...
No, this
if you don't get me wrong, don't get me wrong, like, I'm a little at this point, I was a little pissed off. I was a little livid. It's rude as fuck, right?
Rude.
It's like very disrespectful of my time and really inconsiderate.
Yeah.
I understand people get caught up in work and stuff, but I texted him hours earlier saying, like, looking forward to meeting you and, like, da-da-da. At that point, if he had any inclination, even an hour before, I'll give it. I would have been like, oh,
okay. Infuriating.
So,
sorry.
So I'm just like, okay.
Learn, guys. If you're very young or you don't know what, like, you know, etiquette and dates, or hanging out as we're calling it, like, just like take note of this. It's just basic shit.
It's just human decency.
Yeah, it's basic shit.
So be communicative. If you know that work is going to be busier than usual, or even have any slight that work is busier than usual, text me right away. Yeah. Let me know and say, hey, Debbie, I know I'm looking forward to meeting you too, but like work has been crazy. Like, I would have 20 minutes before. Nah. So anyways, I'm just like, okay, at this point, I'm like, am I... Because, you know, I'm looking for love, okay? Yeah, I'm looking for my best friend. I mentioned this in the past podcast. Like, I'm trying to look for my best friend, and I'm ready for that relationship with somebody. And so I'm like, am I being too sensitive? Am I...
No.
This is what I'm telling myself, right? So I text my life coach, right?
Oh, good. This is great.
I text him because I'm like,
do you know this is a luxury, Debbie? That you have a life coach? Like, really taking it, it's a luxury that you have. You're like, I'm just going to call my life coach. Yeah. That's so awesome.
So I messaged my life coach and I was like, I text him. I'm like, yo, your home slice, all right? And like, this is my pretty good guy friend, right? And he's my life coach. And I was like, so I explained to him what happened. And I was like, hey, you know, like, I explained to him the slip and fall. I explained to him and I explained to him this whole work thing. And I was like, am I, you know, from a guy's point of view, like, I just want to hear from your point of view, like, as a dude, like, am I being too sensitive? Am I being, like, am I just, because, you know, I can't help but feel, like, a little bit disrespected of my time.
Is your blood kind of boiling at this point? Or what is it? What are you feeling?
Annoyed. Just annoyed and a little bit, like,
because I know you would never, like, knowing you, Debbie, you never are malicious towards anyone. No, even if they did you wrong, Debbie would this is why Debbie is Buddha, because she would never, even if someone did the most horrible thing to her, you would still forgive them.
Yeah.
Like, you have no malicious intent. I do. I want people dead, you know? Like, I want people hurt. Okay? Like, I want them to suffer. But Debbie,
I'll be patient about it because, you know, like, again, like, with my whole, like, issue, like, I've had mental health issues. I've had, like, struggle with my mental health, and I'm diagnosed with bipolar and stuff like that. So, like, I've learned to be really patient because people have been patient with me. Yeah. So I'm just like, I always try to give people benefit of the doubt. I always try to think the good in people because that's what got me through my struggles, you know? Like, people, like, gave me a shot. People, you know, forgave me.
You're paying
like,
it forward.
I'm just trying to, be understanding because I know how it feels. Like, shit happens, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So I text my life coach and stuff, and I'm like, so tell me, like, am I being, like, what do you say? And he's like, if you think he has positive intent, then give him another chance. Okay. If you think he has positive intent and he means well.
Okay, that's very logical.
But he's like, but I can't help but notice, Debbie, that you want to move on. And I was like, you know, bro waited 20 minutes to you know, to let me know that he can't make it. Like, that's the thing that, like, really is what really irks me, right?
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm going to, you know, if he really wants to hang out, I'm gonna leave it up to him. I'm no longer gonna put the effort in, like, oh, like, when are you free? Or I'm just gonna, if he wants to hang out, he'll make the effort.
The ball is in his court.
And I will give him that chance. But it's so funny because like he's like, he's like, I would, if he had positive intent, give him another chance, but no more than that. Like,
if logical. I love that answer. It's very calm and collective answer. That's great.
Yeah. Like she's like, and he wrote back. Then my life coach wrote back and said, I understand. It's always great to live in abundance and live in that abundance energy and everything. But I also understand that stuff happens with people. Like things happen all the time, and let homie like put in the effort. Yeah. If you think he has positive intent. So I'm like, okay. I am going to be open and just leave the ball in his court. And so when, he wrote the whole, like, I'm caught up in work. I don't think I'll be able to make it. I think I wrote very shortly. I was just like, oh, I totally understand. Maybe we can hang out another time then. Have a good day at work. That's what I wrote. And then, so the following day, he writes me. He texts me. And he says, hey, I feel really bad about canceling on you the other day. How are you? I was like, hi, I'm good. But yeah, to be honest, I was a little bummed. Yeah. That we couldn't meet up, but I understand work stuff happens. If you want to hang out still, I'm totally down. Just let me know the time and place and we'll figure it out. If not, if you don't want to hang out, that's cool too.
You gave him the choice. Clear choice. Like,
that's cool
you don't
too.
have to.
Yeah, exactly. That's cool too. And I wish you all the best.
Oh, I just want to
hit my head. And he's like, I totally understand where you're coming from, and I really want to hang out with you. This is what he writes, right? So I'm texting like, okay, there's some guys that would like not respond well to that text that I just wrote because I did call him out a little bit saying like I was bummed that we couldn't meet up.
Yeah, it's true.
So some guys would just be like, oh, she's calling me out. Like I'm gonna ghost her, right? But the fact that he like owned up to it and was like, I totally understand where you're coming from, and I do really want to hang out with you.
Or if he doesn't have feelings, like just saying shit you want to hear. You don't know. Okay,
I gave him an out.
Yeah,
I gave him an out.
You gave him an out,
and I was like, dude, okay. So
Sport is playing games.
So many, and I was like, why?
So much mind games.
Why does it have to be so complicated?
Yeah, it's not complicated.
It's not. It shouldn't be. This is like supposed to be the easy part.
Yeah, yeah.
And
there shouldn't be so much friction in the beginning.
Yeah, like why is it so hard to meet up? And so I'm like, okay, great. Let's try this again. So he sets up to meet this time Saturday. This past Saturday, and we're ready to, he's like, oh, like when's the best time to meet for you? I'm like, oh, 3:00. And mind you, the day before I just got back at night from Ojai, right? So I'm like, making the time for this guy, like I'm like, putting some effort, like I could be like, I'm really busy, like I am busy, but I made time for him to get back at home in time so I can see him the next day. And 45 minutes.
Oh
before
my God,
we're about
dude.
to meet up. Come on. 45 minutes we're about to meet up. And I took a shower. I'm ready. I got my face on. I'm just like,
you had to be on schedule to get back home to go on a date. That means like from your travel back from Ojai, you had to calculate all that in order to get there.
I just like,
that's a lot of work.
Yeah, like I was like, I'm not gonna arrive morning of the date. Like that would be too tiring, a 2-hour drive. So I left the night before. So anyways, 45 minutes we're about to meet up.
No,
45 minutes. He texts me, and I was like, I had a bad feeling to begin with. I already had a low bar for this guy because low expectations because he canceled on me so many times. So I was like, I don't know. We'll see. I wasn't
like amaze me. Show up and amaze me, bro.
Show up.
Just show up.
Just show up.
That's all you had to do, dude.
I was just like, maybe like I get a chance. 45 minutes before he texts me and says, I woke up with a cough. This morning. I thought it would go away, but it hasn't.
You know what? I had that same feeling this fucking morning. And I said, if I don't give Debbie 6 hours in advance, then I'm fucking just going to woman up, and just do it.
And just do it.
You just fucking show up, dude.
This guy's
oh my God.
Just one excuse after another. And it wasn't like, hey, if he says something like this, hey, I woke up with a cough. I'm not feeling, I'm hoping it goes away, but it's not. You know, I really still want to meet you and everything. Like,
yeah,
I know this might sound strange, but like, do you want to do FaceTime or do you want to do like give me solutions here?
Yeah.
Because it's been 3 weeks we've been trying to meet up.
That's insane.
3 weeks. It's been almost like a month.
Oh my God.
And you cannot even pick a time to meet up. And honestly, when he wrote that, I was like, I could have like ripped him a new one, but I was just like, I understand. What did I say? I understand another time. I hope you feel better. And I just left it at that. And I was like,
you're such a big person.
Honestly, though, if he texts me again after this whole thing, which he hasn't, I'd just be like, sorry, man. Like, it's just not meant to be. Like, we just tried so many times to meet up and you've canceled on me 3 times.
Yeah.
And like,
it says a lot about his actions. Like, your guys' wavelength is not.
Yeah, his character, right?
It's not the same. Yeah.
Yes,
it's actually a blessing, a kind of way of like learning who's right for you in this time period, because it's like you don't have to even meet up with this person. You will just know if they're meant for you just by their actions and trying to even like, you know, communication online and like even just showing up. It just says a lot, you know what I mean?
It does. And like,
you don't
I already knew
like that.
Exactly. I already knew like maybe he has here's excuses for him. These are things that you could think about. You're like, well, maybe he has bad time management.
That's what I was thinking. But maybe you don't want someone
but I don't want someone with bad time management. I want someone who's like who manages time well and is respectful about people's time and considerate and communicative.
Yeah.
He is not these things. But he just seemed like such a nice like guy with a guitar and
you know what? I found
soul.
Debbie, could I say something?
Yeah.
Guys who have to show a picture of them with a guitar, I don't know. I think it's not attractive. Because really, if you met a guy on there, they're so confident they don't have to show the guitar, and then when they meet you in person, they bust it out.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're just like, I forgot. Like, I can play. You want me to play you something? Like that's hot.
Yeah.
Not a guy with a guitar or a whatever picture of them with trumpet, like whatever. Okay, it's like great. You play the trumpet.
I was bamboozled, Liz. Bamboozled.
Oh my God, I'm so
sorry. 3 times.
First of all,
okay, you cancel me once. Shame on you.
Shame
cancel
on you,
me twice. Shame on me.
Yeah.
Cancel on me 3 times. Just fuck it. Just fuck it all. Like, I'm like, this guy, I was telling my friend, like, this guy's like Jay-Z. He's giving me like 99 problems. 99 problems and 99 excuses. And like, but a day ain't one, you know? Like, a day, like, he just can't even meet up with me. Hang out. Like, it's just like so ridiculous. So, anyways, moving on. I've already set up to meet. Hopefully this works out. Another guy on this Friday, to hang out. And this
you're getting back on the horse right away. I love that.
Getting back on that horse.
Back on that fucking horse. Okay.
And
even when you fall.
This person's more communicative. I feel like a little bit better. Yeah. And I feel more excited to meet up with this person.
See, you're going to become an expert on the signs if this person is right for you. Yeah. I noticed like in the beginning, when you're not like used to seeing like someone's personality just through their writing or the way they write. But then once you're like, oh, that's a red flag already in the paragraph that they have, just like, that's already a red flag. Next.
Next.
But I'm glad you guys are having good flow on text. And
yeah. This guy seems nice, and we'll see how it goes. But like, you know, I'm just like, dating is not. That's my first time like being flaked on, being not ghosted, but like being like canceled on so many times. And like I'm like, I don't get it. Like, what's the point of like making this Hinge profile, all this stuff, when you're not open to meeting up with the person?
How long do you think approximately it takes? Well, how long did it take you to finish your profile? Because I just want to have an idea of how long it takes to,
like
how much effort you need to put into it.
Like 45 minutes.
45 minutes. But
like
that's still time.
That still takes time.
45 minutes.
It's not like Tinder where you just put your picture and like put a little bleep bleep. And that's it. And
but if I don't care, I'm not going to put 45 minutes into making any kind of profile.
Exactly.
Like, what is your end game, dude? Like,
yeah, exactly.
So weird.
And so I'm
psychopath. See, I called it. I called it in the last episode. I was like, he could be really nice or a psychopath.
I honestly think he's just insecure. I think something about must have some kind of insecurity to like not be able to meet up.
You're so nice, Debbie. Damage.
Well, I know it's fucking.
She's defending
one
him.
thing I know it's fucking not me because we haven't even met once. So it's like I understand if we met once and he didn't want to meet again. And it's weird and it's like he's like canceling on me, but we haven't even met. So it's like how can he like? Weird. So I can't be like, oh my god, is it me?
Yeah.
Is it me? Is it me? Like no, it's not fucking me. I know it's not.
See, I love that. You know what? I love this because, you're like, hey, I'm just going to get back in the dating scene and see, like, and before you were kind of like, wary of the waters.
Oh,
right?
I'm still wary of the waters, but
I can see this like confidence growing in you because maybe before you might slip back into that like thinking like, oh, maybe it is me. Like, I've been there too. Mm-hmm. But now I can actually see like this flame of confidence, Debbie. Like, no, fuck that. You know what I
mean? No.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Yeah.
How dare you cancel on me 3 times? That's like me being way too nice. I already knew like the second time it was already like a bad news, but I just gave him benefit of the doubt.
You are going to get a very, very, very wonderful, kind, awesome person. You really are. Because honestly, from your energy, the thing that you're practicing is being you and like being loving and kind. And I think you will get who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
I feel like
if
you're authentically yourself, you will attract.
You're
what
like
you
magnetizing. Yeah, every time you do I know that's just you. You're not trying to get brownie points and like heaven brownie points or whatever, but like that's how you authentically are. And I really truly believe like your partner is kind of like a weird mirror of you.
It should be, hopefully.
A weird. Like, so you are doing it.
Yeah, I just like I know who I am. I know I'm comfortable and confident in who I am, and sure there are times when I have moments of like uncertainty, or low self-esteem or whatever. We all have those moments like, I don't feel pretty today. But but
or
overall,
I'm fucking ugly today.
Yeah. But overall, like I'm like, you know what? Like I'm a good person and I deserve a good person. Like I deserve that. And I will never find him or he will never find me if I don't put myself out there. If I just hide away and just let my fear hold me back, then I'll never meet that person. So I'm trying to be open to meeting these guys, hoping that as long as I'm myself, that I'll attract the right person and we'll vibe together and everything.